Good morning, everybody. This is Daniel with Peace and Plenty Farms. So I'm really bundled up this morning. It is chilly, wet, cold. We're going to walk down here and take a look at the rabbits, see if we had any births last night, and get started on the day. I did a video the other day where I took the bed off of the T100 and put another rear pinion seal gasket in the T100, and it's leaking again. I don't know what I did wrong. So first thing this morning, we're going to take that T100 apart and put another gasket in there. But let's walk through the rabbit and see if we've had any birth. See all the hair underneath of this one on the ground? So we know something's going on here. Let's look in here. Oh yeah. Well, I see what looks like a frozen one. Let's make sure the power's on here. Oh, it's not on. It's not even plugged in. Boy, things are off to a bad start already this morning. So, this was supposed to be plugged in, but it wasn't. And I walked through here last night to make sure that everything was taken care of and ready, and I must have missed that one. I'll have to get an extension cord. That actually needs an extension cord to get plugged in. But that's a shame. I see some movement, so I think we just lost one there. These little guys. Good morning, little guys. You know that the focus just doesn't get right unless you that's through the cage. 4 little ones that have gotten old enough to make it through the cold. And this is male D in here. He's ready to be moved. These little ones, they had heat last night, so they're doing okay. I'll put the camera, they're getting almost old enough where the mother doesn't mind if we look in here. There was one in here that was the runt of the batch. I think it's this one right here, and you can see that that one's starting to do a lot better, so that's good. It's nice and warm in there for them. And over here, now this is where we're switching the males out. I have to put the camera down, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch. So we started on the 27th. Today is November. Today's the 1st of December, and we did the C first, and then we did B in here, and so we did that. We have A, B, and C. So here we've done A and C since the 27th, and here we've done male B and C in these 3. Now I'm switching these 3 with the 3 over here, and I just keep switching them. Let me put that extension cord on, and I'll come back and bring you up to date. Okay, so I decided to pause the video for a minute, help Nathan get some air in his tires, and run check on Sophie the goat, because she's due any day, it looks, just by the way she's acting. So let's start out back here. We had the hair. We can see where they've been, one of the rabbits has been pulling out her hair, so we know that there's a birth in there. And of course we found out that one didn't make it. But I'm going to open this cage door. Now she's going to jump around because she doesn't really like when they're newborn. The mamas are very defensive. But I want to show you the hair there, and if you watch, you'll see the hair move. There you go. You'll see the hair moving, and that tells you that there's definitely a family of kits in there. Now, how many, we don't know. We don't want to put our hands in there. It's too early. When they get a little bit older, the mama doesn't mind if you touch them, but at this stage, we don't want to put any hands in there. So I've got the somehow or another, the only one that was unplugged was this one last night, and that's the one that gave birth, of course. So we lost one, but that's what the pigs are for. Unfortunately, it's cold, and We are on our last couple of days. 1st of December, I don't try to, put any more together. We're going to finish up 1 or 2 more days with what I've got going on the other end, but enough's enough after a while. So none of these are due. I might plug this one in tonight, due the 29th, but I doubt she's going to do anything. She's not even trying. But we'll check her tonight and plug her in. And this one was a non-go. Now, yeah, see here, this was the 27th. She was due on the 27th, and here it is, the 1st of December. I thought she had missed and hadn't taken, because she didn't take the first time with male A. So I put male D in there on the 30th. And she was due on the 27th. And here it is, the 1st. That's why I had it unplugged. I did not think that she had taken. But so this one's due. I got to put a cage in here, a pad and everything in here tonight, because today there's nothing in there. No plywood, no heating pad, no nothing. Today is December the 1st, so she is due. We'll put a heating pad in there. This one's got a few more days. This is December the 8th. There's nothing in there right now. No plywood, no heating pad, nothing. December the 14th, we don't even have a box in there yet. This one, she's got the 4 little ones that we did a video on those a minute ago. Now this is D in here. And we'll probably move him later. I got to wrap my head around where he goes next. And then 1129, nothing going on here. And then 1117, I haven't counted hers and marked them down yet, but we could probably do that today. They're definitely old enough to check and see how many we have here. She's still jumping around, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4. That's that little one I was telling you about. Look at how malnutrition. She's not eating. She's not getting. Boy, she's a funny looking little one. I've never seen one with ears like that. Her body is not maturing, but her ears and all that have. She needs to get in there and drink some. So there's 5. Only 4 probably will make it. That little one will probably never make it. But that's just a little runt one. And probably that one that froze, it is sad that she got cold, but probably wouldn't have made it anyway, because the other ones will overpower and not let her get anything to drink. And like I was starting to say earlier, this is the last couple of days of breeding. And we've done C and B. Now we're going to do A in here next. But that's this 3 over here. We've done 2. We've done A and C in this one, and we've done male B and C in this one. So we have 1 more to do. We have A to do over here, and then all 3 of them would have visited this female within 3 days. But we're also doing these 3 over here at the top with this new method I was telling you about, where it's sort of like tabletop in a cage, I'm going to call it. A lot of people will take the female and the male out and put them together on a table and just let them mate right on the table and then put them back in the cage. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to change the males out every day. So I'm going to move the males from over there on that side of, this is what we call the condo, this building. From the other side of the condo, I'm going to move the 3 males over here. So I'll put like C here, I'll put A here, since B was the last one here, and then I'll put B right here. Notice I have killer on here with a question mark. I think this female killed her babies, but we'll have to see if she kills these or how she does. So as soon as I get done videoing, I'm going to move the males over here and put birthing boxes in those ones that are next in the run. Now, over here, I had to turn the video off and do a few things. I think from now on, there's just so much going on with the cold and everything. The rain, we had rain all day yesterday. So this place is just a pure soppy mess. You know, they say one of the, on one of the Facebook pages, they were talking about, I'll just turn this around and talk to you for just a minute. On one of the Facebook pages, they were talking, I posted a question, several different questions to ask people just to see what their answers were. And one of them, the pig is here biting my shoes. Pig, stop. No. That pig, I tell you, the leather or whatever in my shoe is, they think it's something to eat. I'll have to step in here for just a second because I want to show you something I've got going on here in the this is a mess. I'm finally getting straightened around. Okay. What I want to tell you is I posted a question on three separate questions on one of the Facebook channels. And I was really interested in some of the answers that I got. One of the questions was, what is the biggest mistake you feel like you've made on homesteading? And overwhelmingly, the answer is getting the animals too soon or too early. You know, get the animals and then you think you're going to put up a fence and do some things to secure them, and you'll be able to handle it. But being patient with the homestead is probably one of the hardest things to do, because people will give you animals. You know, our deals come up here and there, or friends say, hey, come get these animals. You know, you can have this, you can have that. That's how we got the goats. You know, somebody said, hey, here, you can have the goats. Okay, I got the goats. And then I traded the goats for pigs. And then I was, you know, building areas for the goats and building areas for the pigs and trying to move the chickens and set up the feeding stations and get the feed, all of that. And then you've got rainy days, you've got, you know, family obligations. If you work, you have work obligations, all those things. And of course, we had that torrential downpour rain. And you saw in one of my previous videos, I lost 18 little kit rabbits to just the rain. It was just raining so hard, you couldn't, dripping off the edge of the roof all day long for 2 days. So overwhelmingly in the Facebook website, I think it's homesteading or something, people said, be patient, go slow, you know, have your feed area set up, have your fencing up, have your little buildings up, your doors on, your gates made, your latches, everything in place. Try to walk it through and have as much in place and ready. If it's birthing boxes, if it's pig area, pig building, goat buildings, a door for the goat building, whatever it is, have it all done and ready before you get the animals. Because it's a melee, and now here it's rained. This place has turned into mud everywhere, and I need to put down gravel. And I've talked about it and planned it and worked in a, you know, built this truck, the K30 truck, so I could bring gravel in and gravel these places. Let me turn the camera around. So it rained, and you can see it's just a pure mud all the way through here, all the way over to, this is the gate where we come in and out of, and it's 6 to 8, maybe probably 10 inches deep when you walk through there. And so these kind of problems come up. You can't see really from here, but you see how wet it is right here. Well, that goes right through my trash can area right there. So it's just, you know, I need to get the gravel in there. And these kinds of things happen. You know, when I set it up, it was nice and dry, and it looked so, you know, I could throw the feed right over the fence into this area. Well, now I have to walk in here and pour the feed into the little baskets right there. So those kinds of problems happen even though you've had everything set up. So I had everything set up and ready for the pigs, but when they came, I'm finding out that my feeding area is not working and my storage area over there is not working because I just don't have the gravel in there right now. And I was building the colony at the same time, which Let's see if I can step back out here without the pigs chewing my shoes. I was putting together this idea for the colony area, which I've had to work on, you know, as we go along. So the problem with the colony area right now is the silkies can't seem to, they're too little still to hop up onto this, what I call the diving board. And that is what lets them in. And so what we've been doing is we've been sliding this concrete block over here at night so they can get back in. Well, this morning I came out here and the rabbits had found that concrete block and they were able to get up on the diving board and get in. So here come the pigs. They want to chew on my shoes again. Yeah, I know it. That's not going to work. They will not quit. They are relentless. So I'll have to step out here. I mean, they will chew my shoes right off of my feet if I don't. You can see how muddy it is through here. So, you know, this is back to talking about being, you know, ready for the animals when they come. I should have had that gravel down in here, and I should have had this area a lot more secure before we got the pigs. But this is my first time with pigs, and I did not realize, I knew they were destructive, but I did not realize what a battle it is and how destructive they can really be. So I had moved the feeding area, so to speak, over here, and you can see that this is just a muddy mess. And sometimes I need to come out here and feed before I go to work, and it's impossible. I mean, the mud gets all over my jeans. I need a shower, you know, and change clothes by the time I finish just feeding the pigs and the goats, or just dealing with this little area. The water that comes in here, I had this little area, this little creek right here, where the water, you know, collects. It comes right through there. Right through there, the water comes down through here, and I had dug it out and directed it right to here, and I've got a pipe with a little screen on it right there, and the pipe goes under the road and it comes out over here, and so you can see it's flooded this whole area where the pipe comes out. We've had some amazing rain, amazing amount of rain lately. But the idea is for that water to end up in this little creek right here. So eventually I could tie into that pipe or do something. Right now the bank is too high. Right there, the bank is too high right across here. So that water coming out of that pipe is piling up right there. And that's the area that I want to build the next rabbit house in, if we need it. Only if we need it. I'm not going to build it unless we need it. We've got plenty of other things going. My sweet baby got another stove. She's been patient to wait long enough. I think it's been a year or two for another stove. So the problem with it is it's hooked up and everything. I just need to switch it from natural gas to propane. I may do a quick video on that. But here's Sophie, and we think she may be due here pretty soon. Pretty soon. We're waiting to see what's going on with her. Watching her real close and keeping Hannah separate from her. Oh yeah, Hannah's her best friend, but when it comes to food, Sophie's had enough of Hannah hogging. We don't need to watch that, I guess. Well, let me put this camera down and get started on getting this T100. I got to get this place cleaned up. Get the gasket on this T100. Get all this junk out of the back of the truck. There's just so much stuff that's piled in the back of the truck that needs to be put away. We knew the rain was coming, so I was throwing things into the back of this truck and just backed it in here. So I've got that to clean out. I've got the workbench to clean off, and then we'll get underneath of here and get this rear pinion seal taken apart.